Okay. Oh, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
All right. I am so honored to be here today with behind me the council president, members of the administration. This is an incredible day for Slavic Village. In fact, it's a day I have been waiting for since the day I was elected, because that is the first time that somebody came up to me and said, Councilwoman, when you get into office, the first thing you need to do is get the old gym at South High open for Stella Walsh. And at the time, they said it was so simple. There's just a door. You got to unlock the door, Councilwoman. That's all we need to do. And of course, like anything, it turns out it is not that simple at all. In fact, we had work to do to build a proper secure corridor to make sure that kids at Stella Walsh, when they're coming to use this incredible facility that's behind us today, that they are doing it in a safe manner, that this is a world-class facility, and that they have everything that they need to be safe, healthy, and active kids. So it took a little bit of time. It took a lot of partnership between City Council, the administration, public safety, recreation, but I'm proud to say this is a genuine partnership and a genuine opportunity for this neighborhood. This can be a crown jewel this summer and every summer to come, where kids can come, play basketball, play sports, play anything they want, and be safe. I'm so honored to be here today, and I'm proud to hand it over to Council President Blaine Griffin.
Thank you. We could do better than that. Councilwoman Maurer really worked hard and really listened to the community. Let's give her another round of applause if we could. I'm really honored to be here today with the Councilwoman, and I want to jump straight to this and say this. This is a huge day for her and a huge day for the community here in the Slavic Village area. I happen to share a border with the Councilwoman. We actually have a couple of streets that are adjacent to this facility. I actually used to live right around the corner on East 78th and Union, and used to utilize and frequent this facility quite often. So I know the impact that it can have to improve the fortunes of our community. Violence prevention and youth opportunities is essential for the city of Cleveland. And we work hard and take that very serious as Cleveland City Council. Part of that, like me, like many other young people that have grew up in urban environments throughout the landscape of America, let alone Cleveland, recreation and coming into facilities like this to have a safe space has been critical to our youth development and to us being what we are today. A lot of people call them rec babies, people who come here that need a safe place in their environment, in their community, where they can have physical activity, where they can have social activity, but most of all have a safe place. We know that we had a very tumultuous weekend. None of us ducked the gravity of this moment. We know that this has been a tough weekend. But one of the things that the Councilwoman and Councilman Starr, who you'll hear from in a minute, made up our mind is that we would not duck this opportunity to tell everybody about this magnificent opportunity of showing you how government works, because this is what we are trying to do to try to make it better and safer for young people in the city of Cleveland. My condolences go out to the families of anyone that has been impacted by the violence that has taken place this weekend, but this is government at work. This is where we're coming together to really make sure that we have alternatives for young people to be able to come somewhere where they can develop their skill sets and where they can watch how government put forth casino dollars in order to make investments in this, general fund dollars. I want to thank Mr. Larson, who not only is renovating the inside, but is also working on the outside courts, as well as the community. I know Susan and others are here to really make sure that we show that this is a welcoming place. We will not give up the ship in the city of Cleveland. We're going to continue to make sure we fight for opportunities for young people to recreate and to have safe places. So I want to thank everybody who had an opportunity, and hopefully this will lead to many more careers in public safety, as you'll hear from Director Howard, where we want to recruit more people into the public safety forces. Hopefully this can be a portal and an entry point in order to try to get more men and women of all races and colors here in the city of Cleveland into the public safety forces. So thank you, and Councilwoman, on behalf of us at Cleveland City Council, we're so proud of you and all of the hard work that you did to make this happen. And it's my privilege and honor to bring up another colleague who is really serious about working on youth opportunities and youth violence prevention, Councilman Richard Starr.
I'll be real brief. First, I would like to say thank you for the members of Cleveland City Council, but something that Council President also spoke on, Councilwoman Maurer. She has been an advocate for change on council since the minute we both was elected together. And I, too, have parts of Slavic Village that borders my ward and Ward 5, and I understand from my background what recreation can do when you start talking about proactive approach to trying to deal with the violence that we're seeing in our city. I've been an advocate for violence prevention strategies, working with youth as a youth development professional for about 15 years of my life, and I understand what the rec centers did to me. I understand when I walked in Lonnie Burton. I understand when I walk in the bathhouse. I understand when I come in Stella Walsh. I have recreational activities, but most important, I have staff who got a space to be able to provide some service to me. So I'm glad to be able to partner and also be able to support so financially, as well as understanding how we can work together when we lean across the aisle and work with the administration and the Department of Public Safety to address this. So I too am honored to be here, glad that Ward 5 office was able to support, and I understand that Slavic Village is a diverse community that needs resources, and we're going to continue to work together. Now, with the honor, I would like to be able to bring up our Chief Director, Howard, to be able to share some words.
Greetings. First, I want to say condolences on behalf of myself and Mayor Bibb to all of the families who have suffered violence, suffered a loss through the violence that is plaguing our city right now. We see violence across the country. I'm no stranger to violence. I'm no stranger to what giving young people something to do can do for their lives. You know, as adults and as public officials, as government officials, we have a responsibility to create an environment that allows and fosters young people the opportunity, give young people the opportunity to grow into the future so they can realize who they want to be, so they can grow up and contribute to the community that we all participate in. That is one of the goals of public safety when public safety acquired this building to be its public safety training complex. And we wanted a bridge into the public, and what better way to do it than to partner with public recs. We have a football field in the back that we have memorandums of understanding with that allow Little League football players to realize their dreams and to grow in that sport. We have an outdoor basketball court that we have installed nets, and we are working on resurfacing that out there so that the community has a place to play outside of this fantastic facility here. And then through Keith Larson and former Assistant Director Tim Hennessy, we have seen this building transform from cobwebbed, lackluster flooring that really looked like it had been vacant for a decade, and turned it into what you see here today. There is a corridor that comes in from Stella Walsh for kids to come right back here and to play basketball on these courts. This is a passion. This is a project of passion. I want to thank Council for their support. It was very important for myself and for Mayor Bibb that we give young people an avenue to get off of the streets, to come into a safe space, and to play ball. And that's what we're doing here. And I want to thank everyone here for sharing this valuable message here. And for, as a welcoming token, the Department of Public Safety and Mayor Bibb would like to provide this rack of basketballs. We're hoping some young people want to participate with some inaugural free throws because this is really important. We're all in on this. And I want to thank everyone.
Love it. Thank you, Director. I believe before we wrap up, I want to make sure that we have a chance to hear from the incredible Director of Public Rec, Commissioner Gisson-Tanner. Take it away, Commissioner.
Wow, wow, wow. What an exciting time. What an exciting time for Slavic Village. 14 years in the making of having this gymnasium available for kids in this community. As the Commissioner of Recreation, this is the largest gym now in the Division of Recreation. Yes, yes. And I have a great staff that's going to do a great job of putting on great programs for kids in this community. Not only kids, we do programs for young adults. We do them for adults, and seniors will be utilizing this space. Again, we are so excited. I have my staff behind me. Guys can wave their hands because they're excited as well as I am. And in closing, I want to say, out of that 14 years, Council, you guys have done a great job of seeing this to fruition. Safety Director, thank you so much for seeing the dream through. And as a Recreation Commissioner, it does nothing but make us feel good because kids now will have a place to play. I grew up in a recreation center, Woodland Rec. That was over 40 years ago. And now I'm blessed to be the commissioner for the City of Cleveland Division of Recreation. So I want to thank everyone. Again, we are excited, ready to get the ball going. It's not only going to be basketball, we'll be doing a lot of things in this facility. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Before we open it up to questions, I know we're going to do a ribbon cutting. So I believe we have some rec staff who've got our ribbons, and we got our scissors over here. So give us a second to set up. Now nobody hurt yourself.
Oh, you got.
We got to hold on.
They could.
I get behind.
And then Keith. Oh, okay, yeah, Keith, come right in. Come right in, Mr.
Trying to hold it.
There you go. All right. All right, everyone look at the cameras. And then, we got to get Director Howard in. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, do we have any questions? Yeah, the Boomer, Mr. Boomer.
Sure.
This is a wonderful facility. I'm glad to see it reach the surface. You build it, they will come. But once they are here, what's going to happen to keep those who will do harm to them, to keep this place safe, to keep them safe? They come here, people walk in, all kind of mischief can break out. What kind of forces are you going to have here to make sure that those people that are here will be safe while they're here?
Absolutely, thank you. So I'll briefly answer and then I'll turn it over to Commissioner Gisson-Tanner to follow up. But your question was one of the key questions for opening this facility. And Recreation has contracts with security personnel. We've made sure that additional staff will be here, both professional security and staff through Recreation. So this is a top priority for us, is making sure that this remains a safe space for the entire community.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Yes, all of our recreation facilities have indoor police officers. Every last recreation facility. So this facility will be no different. We will have police in this facility as well. So the kids are definitely in a safe space.
But Harry, if I could, I do want to say this, if I could. I hope this is a call to action across our city. Yeah. That any time that you have a park and recreation space and facility where young people are trying to go and enjoy themselves, the streets should be talking and saying it's off limits. The streets. We always talk about how we're going to put police in place, but we got to create a culture where there is going to be somebody in the street level to say, hey, you can't go there because when you go there, we want our children protected. We want our seniors protected. And that's the kind of culture that we work on every day at Cleveland City Council. So I hope this is not just what are we going to do to keep the place safe. We also want this to be a call to action, that we want to even look at how we can make sure we hold people to the most extent of the law whenever they do anything around any of our park and recreation center, not just here in Slavic Village, but in Central, Bel Air Pires, Collinwood, or anywhere that children gather in this city. We demand that it be safe space for them to play in.
Question about ShotSpotter. The city just invested millions to expand ShotSpotter to get to calls more frequently. We analyzed the response times for those, and we're finding that a significant percentage, more than a third, it's taking more than 20 minutes to get police to a ShotSpotter call. What good is the program when it takes more than 20 minutes to get police to a call for shots fired?
Ed, I'm going to tell you that's a good question. And the thing about ShotSpotter is, from what I understand and the data that I've seen, is that ShotSpotter allows officers to respond on scene even when citizens don't call. And we are working with, I believe it's Cleveland State University and Urban Analytics to look at the data to analyze the usefulness of ShotSpotter. I haven't been briefed on it yet. I will be, but I can tell you that from what I have heard from the chief of police, the officers who are on patrol, the dispatchers and emergency call takers, is that ShotSpotter is a fantastic tool that has enabled officer response in good time to locations in need when citizens haven't called. But I will look into that, and you'll be hearing from public safety after we do that review.
Yeah. What timetable are you looking at for that?
Ed, you have to look at my calendar. I can tell you that I work with Urban Analytics to find out when that data is in form and in volume for us to give us the information that we needed to give us a big picture. When that time comes, then we'll look at it. I don't want to give you a time frame because I haven't been briefed on it yet.
Any other questions? Oh my goodness. Well, then it sounds like it's time to play a little ball. And